And then you got Tony setting the pace early, setting a really fast time, 2:11.8. That's a full second that I saw him doing practice, so it's looking really good for him. He's picking up on the medium tires really fast. Everyone else seems to be staying in like the 13 range. If you're getting warmed up here, I'm not sure of the other team, Team Allen, if they're going to show up for the practice, or if they're just going to go ahead and start with the practice meeting, or the driver's meeting, but these guys are definitely getting warmed up here around Spa. And I put up the timing table for today's tournament. There's going to be, there was supposed to be 15 minutes warm-up. It seems like the driver's meeting's about 5 minutes late. We're going to start that as soon as they can. And after the 15-minute driver meeting is over, they're going to get out on track and actually get their qualifying. Driving meeting explaining all the rules started, so I'll go ahead and move the timetable so you can read from the main organizer of this tournament his explanation of the rules. we got Tony and his little buddy going at it, trying to outdo each other's times. Sementek's only 2 turns back from his buddy's best time right now. Tony doing a little 11.483, which is pretty insane if you ask me. Everyone seems to have really good pace. The only guy that seems to be off right now is Adam. I'm not sure what's going on, but he might just not need the warm-up so much. The good thing about this series is that all of the competitors are using the same exact car, so the elements of parity or disparity doesn't come into play as much. Hopefully everyone went around and shared their best tunes and helped their teammates in getting the most speed possible out of their cars. You can see the biggest difference in the time between the drivers of the first sector, because it's just so critical to get the first turn right. And when you're going past the first turn, going through your row and balancing up perfectly is just completely vital to getting a good lap. The first sector of this lap isn't known to be as important as it actually should. The qualifiers is going to start here shortly. We just had to wait for Biffy to get back into the room, and now I'm going to go ahead and get it started. what I strive for. It's exactly what I strive for, Mikey. Let's TA, Litchi. Time Attack, he's here. The only person that we were kind of iffy about was Wellspain at the last second. He was having connection problems, but now he's pretty much had them fixed, and he's going to go ahead and race. Alright, qualifying is kicked off. This track is green, and all 4 teams are going to go out and do their best to set the fastest time. And some guys might be staying in the pits a little longer than the others so they can get more clear air. This is a smart thing to do because it's just pretty much a full grid, even though the spots are long. So I'm going to go ahead and focus on the team I haven't seen run the track yet, which is Alan with the J server team, and they're in the Zanavi Nismo. So let's go ahead and check out Mr. Road Rash. As the cars go around warming up their tires, you don't really see any fast laps until about lap 3, and they are not allowed to pit for tires, so everyone's got to be smart about staying as consistent as they can. Throwing your tires around too much is going to cause them to scrub out, and you'll lose wear, like extremely little tire wear that you can use to set a faster lap later in the qualification. Don't expect these guys to be swerving left and right, racing each other if they're smart. And last out we have Tony, who is still in the pits. He just took off. I'm going to get rid of this graphic so you can see better. Real fast guy to watch out for today from the Hydro team is going to be Hydro. He's in games for the series. He's won a few times against some really mean competitors from all over the world, so he's used to this style of pressure. I'm going to check out the live timing monitor. See, has some good first sectors. Everyone's pretty much on the exact same level right now in the second lap. It just goes to show how consistently good the drivers are across this tournament. Yeah, I'll show you the schedule graphic. Lucy. Can you read that? Here comes the first lap of the qualification by Nige, aka Welshbane. And he just laid down an amazing 12.502, which is very quick for his first flying lap. Coming in after him is NCR3 from the Allen series. Skyflyer at 219 is starting his warm-up. Other drivers have different strategies when it comes to qualifying early in the actual session. And WRP hit a very quick 13.8, and the times are coming in. And he goes time attack, setting his first lane lap to 12.4, very close to Nige's time. I'm going to go ahead and highlight Tony's lap, see where he's going. He's setting some extremely fast first sectors. Oh, and Adam had it with the first sector, 36.037. He followed it up and threaded together 12.159 on his first wire. And that is not shabby at all. He's only about 5/10 away from his personal best, and 7/10 from the overall best from the practice session by Tony, which was 211.4. So I expect to see a lot of 213s, maybe some 14s and 15s, with the pole probably being in the mid 211s, if someone can string it along perfectly. Seeing it to 10 would be absolutely insane, so we'll just leave it at that. That would be a very extreme time to hit. I'm going to go ahead and hit the full mode for a second. Let's see how he takes this turn through. Very tidy going into that segment. And here's where a lot of time could be lost through Puhan. It's a really tricky long left sweeper that you need to really get a perfect balance with your car on to get a good exit, because it's just constant radius. He didn't use as much track as he thought he would, but he's still having a good lap going. Time attack for first strike into the 211s. Yeah, green. There's two lobbies going on right now. I'll put the team graphic up again. The other lobby has WSDCC, Midnight Racing Club, and the Intercontinental 500 Championship. So I hope they're having a good race themselves. So the times are really coming in. Looks like Tony hasn't been able to set a fast lap yet, until right now. He put himself right up against his teammates and with the 211.9. Puts him right behind Brock. So far, Pierre's the only team that's into the 212s, with Games' drivers being 1/1000th of a second off of the 13th lap. All of the, it's amazing how most of the teams seem to be on the exact same level as each other. Well, Adam just set an incredible first sector. He got a 35.8, which is a full 4/10 off of the regular pace from Team Pierre. So I expect him to hit an incredibly fast lap. This could be a low 211 but he's still going through the second part of the track. Time Attack just brought up a concern saying that there's something wrong with the tires. I'm not too sure what he might be referring to, but hopefully it isn't something that holds him back. Certainly isn't holding him back in the time, so it might just be a wear issue. Here comes Adam. He's going through the very last few turns of the lap. He should be hitting an incredible time right here. Going through the chicane, right, left. Tidy exit going through to the finish. And that wasn't a very fast time at all. It seems he might have lost it somewhere in the middle of there where he missed it. This last lap was a 2:14 for some reason. Might have been distracted by Time Attack's message there. So far he's the only person that's hit a 35 in the first sector, so this will probably be his last flying lap since there's not much time left, and there's also the tire wear issue. They're not too bad. This is the Lowndes, I believe. Because Adam hit another 35.9, fastest first sector by a quick margin against the drivers are right behind 213s from all four of them. Okay, looking for fast sector from Adam in the second sector. It should be around a high 102, a low 103. We'll see what he can pull out right now. He's driving in anger, that's for sure. That is an amazing time. He did a 101.32 for the second sector. That is insane. He's on a mission. He's going through the last sweeper. See what he can finally pull out here. Launch him on, no problem. Chicane. Looking tidy through there. Well balanced. Ooh. Another drop. That was didn't put him up at all. 2:12.3019. His last sector wasn't that quick. That seems to be where Adam's losing most of his time. Respectable 11.9 with only 5 laps is insane. So you got a color-coded grid formation going on. It seems like the teams are going to start by team order with Pierce starting in first. So we have Gamesys Series starting second, and then at the back of the Inter-League GT500 Championship Challenge is going to be Alan JT crew. And here we go, the beginnings of the race start are going to commence here in 1 minute. So this is actually the start of the race, so we should see a very exciting few laps of racing. Here we go, the start of the first semi-final room A of the T2 Planet Italy TC 500 Challenge. At 20 laps of Spa, good luck to everyone on board. So it's time attack starting him first to his teammates, all setting in a row behind him. Here we go. Green, green, green. Very tidy start. Not too much of a problem. Oh, we get bumping between Tony and time attack. Right off the bat, Wellspain fell back, trying to make up the gap between him and his teammates. And then we have Killer that just went off, going wide on Erush. Getting a lot of contact between the Gamester drivers. We have Dragon right on Wellspain's rear, challenging for 4th place, with Hydro right behind him. Killer Candy dropping back just a little bit, along with WRP, who makes up the rear of the Gamester team. Here the lineup's all heading down toward Kwan. Team Pure making a good advance right off the bat. And so far the teams are, oh, Nige went off. I was saying so far we have all the teams pretty much in their order they started in. Nige is the only Pure driver to fall back so far. Adam, Time Attack, and Tony seem to be having a race of their own right now. Way ahead by at least a few seconds. And here goes Dragon, passing right and Blanchimont. So he makes up 4th place for Team Gamester. Oh, and you have a little contact between Killer and WRP. Here comes Jesse, swimming up 9th place to the front of his team. This is Alan with the TAT's TT 500 Championship. Cutting through the first turn, Lasource, going down to Erush. You know, get Welsh in his race. He was able to use the draft to pull right around next to Dragon. And this should be pretty exciting going into LeCombs. And Dragon was able to just hold it to keep in front going into LeCombs. And I just knows that he's not going to try to risk any maneuvers at this point in the race. He knows his team's got ahead of him by a good margin, so he's just going to try to play it smart and try to give as much trouble to Dragon as he can, so he doesn't get too happy and catch up to his teammates. So you can expect him to stay right on him. And he does. There's a factor of going on to the final, which if he finishes in the place he is in now, he won't be able to make. So if he wants to go through to the final, he's going to have to make up some good ground. They're all heading through. That's stable out and another Blanchimont. Having a good race here, high pace between Welsh and Dragon. I'm going to go ahead and check the time, see what everyone's been hitting so far. So we have Adam just hit at 11.88. Best thing is, why didn't he do that in qualifying? So Adam was able to get ahead of his teammates and hit it at a really fast time for his essentially his second lap. Here they come, Team Fury going through Rouge, using the draft well to get around their teammates, not trying to risk too much. So they are teammates, but they are ahead by about 40 seconds, so Dragon's not too far behind. They're not gonna. When you race too much, being ahead of in a pack, you tend to allow the drivers that are in clean air to catch up. So the smart thing to usually do if you have people that you know that are going to do a good pace, instead of trying to outrace them early on, it's a good idea to try to stay as clean and non-pressuring as you can in order to try to get a pull away from the pack that might be behind you. So Welsh is able to pass Dragon. We'll go through there while the top three have their train go through. And Dragon's still right on him, pulling up the stave lot. Now Dragon using more of the track than Nye seems to be. And we could see a pass if Welsh is able to stay in the pocket going through Blanchimont, catching up very steadily up to the chicane, stays behind him. Going into La Source for the downhill roller coaster ride to Rose. The rest of Team Gangsters slightly fell back. Well, Nye's got a really good run through La Source. He got a good exit, so he's able to actually pull away from Dragon. Will now be using the draft to get up as close as he can going into La Combs. Tony has just made a pass on Adams. Check that out. Seems like it happened going into La Combs. Time attack, the pole sitters drop back to third. Let's see how Adam treats this. Even though it's second place is a good position when you're right behind someone and right in front of someone, it tends to be a lot more pressure than simply being out in front or trying to lead up to the pack. Dragon, I missed a pass. As I was saying earlier, Dragon made a good run on Nyes with the draft going into La Combs, so he was able to get around him. Let me see what's going down, and looks like WRT has had an incident. Fell back, is very back. This means that he might be eliminated. This team finishes in order that they are now. 24 seconds behind the leader. 4 seconds off of the next car in front of him. Dragon got into the 12s. Using like a draft with Nyes to get some better pace. Looks like Team Allen is having a race between Jesse and Allen himself. Oh, no, it's Jesse and Road Rash, and they're actually right on Killicandy's pocket. Oh, Jesse almost lost it right there. Going down with Source. Road Rash, or Jesse might try to get a run on Road Rash coming up through the rows. It looks like tire wear on Jesse's car is a little abnormal. He shouldn't have that much going, but I guess he's been racing his teammates pretty heavily as we go through Lacombe. Tries to keep it safe. Stays behind his teammate. We get through Brussels nice and tidy. Adams made a move back on Tony. You're going to see a lot of passing going on because Spa is just such a long track, especially on Camel, that it's really easy. If you're at least within 2 seconds of the car in front of you, we do have the draft setting to weak, but it's still pretty easy to stay behind someone whiplash or remember just use the launch to get around them with the pocket. Adams pulling away from his two teammates just a little bit. It seems like Time Attack and Tony had a little squabble back going through Moshimon. They're going to have to work together to try to keep it clean so they can stay with Adam if they want to win it. If these guys are hungry, they don't care that it's just a semi-final and that they're going to go through, even if they stay in the positions they are. They're going to race each other, and that's because they are racers and they aren't here just for the statistics. So you can imagine Tony's a little irked right now seeing Adam pulling away slightly. He's about 2 seconds ahead. I'm going to focus on the battle between Tony and Time Attack. They could be bump drafting each other. He didn't do it there. I'm going to pull up the team graphic while I have live timing on and see what types of laps everyone's hitting. So far it's Adam. Tony hit an amazing 11.3. That's the fastest I've seen so far. He did do it 11.4 in practice, but with the help of the draft, he's able to really hit an amazing time. I wouldn't be too surprised to see a 210 coming out with the draft factor in play. So in the other lobby we have WSGTC racing against Midnight Racing Club and the Intercontinental 500 Championship. Hopefully they're having a good race themselves. This one's proven to be a very intense and clean race so far. The caliber of the drivers in this event is just amazing, and it shows in that there's hardly any racing incidents so far, and everyone's really knows what they're doing on the track, and how they're passing, how they're sticking to each other but not too close, so they're using their teammates to their advantage. And we're going to go back to Adam, who's in front of Time Attack. And Tony. He seems to be pulling a gap on these two. Tony's falling a little bit behind Time Attack. It's going to be interesting to see the first pits, which should be around lap 10. It'll be interesting to see who pits when and his strategy that they're going to try to put in. Adam's basically, he's able to do whatever he wants because he's in the front. He don't have to worry about anyone pitting ahead of him, slowing him down, being in a stall ahead of him or behind him. So he most definitely should pit on lap 10. But Time Attack and Tony, on the other hand, since they're kind of working together, it could be advantageous for them to go ahead and try to pit together. Hopefully, in the order that they're in now, where Time Attack's ahead of Tony, Tony's pit stall and be behind Time Attack, so otherwise he'll get slowed down going through pit road. And it's advantageous in that if they pit at the same time, then use each other's draft to catch up to Adam. He's pretty much pulled away. He's about a second and a half in front. Oh, and here goes a move Tony on Time Attack. He made a clean pass going into Lacan. Fantastic day in Bozen for racing. These guys are heading to Brussels. Brussels. To be honest, I watched the video, some onboard commentary from F1 commentators to make sure that I got the names right, but I'm pretty sure I'm butchering them still, so you can forgive me, but I wouldn't. Tony so far has the best lap, 2:11.3. Definitely has the potential to pull ahead and try to challenge for the lead, but Adam is so consistent. Oh, there goes Time Attack. He had a spiffy joint coming out of campus. Seems like he hit some, he went a little too wide. His tires are beginning to finally with some bad wear, so they're really going to have to think about their some new lines put into effect so they don't go off track. Mustang, my boy, was able to pass Jagan a few laps ago, and Jagan, we'll see his tire wear compared to him, they're about the same. Welsh is really good lead, so now it's Team Pure lockup. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, yep, and Adam pitted on lap 9, so he pitted early, which is very smart, actually. There's only a slight disadvantage in pitting early. It's going to come out with no traffic, so it's another good thing. That there's risks that you take when you pit a little bit early. Like I said, there's traffic. You could be, since everyone hasn't pitted yet, you could be running into the back markers. You never know where you're going to go. You get yourself into when you pit early and come out back into the track with cold tires, but he really liked that in this situation. Ooh, somebody's off the track. Hydro. No. Who's that? Somebody just stopped on track. Somebody just... Is it... Who was that? Was that a pitch? No, I saw an arrow standing still. Who is that? Oh, it's Biffy. Wait, no, can't be. What the hell am I saying? Welsh! No! What happened? He's dead. He just stopped. And that's concerning. I hope everything's okay. Really have no idea why he would be stopped. Looked like he just let go of his wheel. There he goes. Ah, and he's out. He is out. Oh, that is too bad. Well, we have the two leaders pitting in, the inherited leaders, since Adam has pitted earlier. So, he actually might have done that for team advantage as well, so they can get some good halfway standard pit stops. So, yeah, they did pit together, and it seems like Tony's stall was ahead of time attack, so I think they got slowed down just a little bit. Adam is well ahead. Yep. And Adam might just take it. That's the risk you run when you pit with your teammate. Pitting at the same time usually isn't really advisable because of situations like this, unless you absolutely are sure of where you pitted, where your pit stall is, rather. So we join Tony as he begins his second spin going up the Kemmel. It is too bad about Welsh. I wonder what happened. It is a Saturday. He's not incredibly used to winning on Saturdays, so I could then and he should send me a PSN message. And let's see what's down. Sorry guys, I'm just gonna check this. This is very important since he's in my series. And we all know that we all want to know what happened to him. Ah, no way. That's exactly what I thought it was. That sucks. Always leave the door unlocked for your girlfriend. You've got to avoid stuff like this happening. It is just not... it is just not cool. Let's see what Jagan's doing. He's staying out for a longer stint than everyone else. He could be coming in. He's going through the Mashima in the last sector as he leaves the troop. Adam being right behind him, using that draft to get a bit of an advantage. And now it's gone as he picks in the spa. It was a good, very good showing in his first spin. It's a big old number 3 on his roof. And we joined Adam in his dominating run here at Spa. Adam is one of the fastest drivers I've ever had the pleasure of racing and seeing. Wow, he just hit a 211.053. It's a 211 flat. Like I said earlier about hitting 10s, that's just clinically insane. Being able to hit 10s, racing mediums, stock GTRs, it's pretty quick. So far, Time Attack hasn't been able to challenge much in the just overall time department, since he's kind of been stuck in the rear of the two teammates. So he's been letting off a little more than the others.
He's 2 seconds behind Tony, and Tony's 7 behind Adam, so the next person behind Time Attack is Dragon, who's only 1 second back. And like I said, Tony and Time Attack getting together wasn't the smartest idea, so it was able to give Dragon some, a bit of a catching up. I mean, that can't be right. It doesn't look like 1 second to me. No, that is not a second. It's more like a mile. My life timing's wrong. Unless I'm reading it wrong. Oh no, it's +9, I'm sorry. Forgive me, forget me. I read the one underneath. So Team Fuse started lap 12 of 20 in the second stint. Sitting in 11s in mode 12 by Time Attack. WRP has blasted through this field. Only Road Rash stands in his way. He fell back earlier in the race around lap 3, all the way to last place, and he's made some incredible comeback. See what he can do about Road Rash here. He's going to get a really good run on him going into La Source with the draft. Goes down to second gear. Very tidy, good tires. He knows he can get it if he just gets a good exit. And here they come. Going through Rouge. Right behind him, going for the pass. And WRP is right behind the rest of his teammates again. Let's see if Road Rash can give him a threat to contend with. So going to Versailles. Brussels. I really have no idea how to say that. I'm just going to say Brussels. That is a city in Belgium. That's the way Americans say it. So I don't think I've ever actually heard anyone speaking Belgian if that's language. If I'm an American, so if I'm completely wrong, you know why. I think WRP is playing a gap on Road Rash to leave him with the rest of his team. Team Allen bring up the rear of the semifinal A room of the GT500 Challenge. 3v3 racing. Go through Blanchemont. Heading to this chicane, feeling hungry for Killer Candy. Now let's check out the gap between Killer Candy and WRP to see if we can theoretically catch up. This would be for a grid spot in the semifinal. No, not semifinal. It's for the final. So WRP really wants to race in the final. We'll see if he can pull together. He still has plenty of time. There's 6 laps. So that's about 13 minutes of racing. For Killer Candy's best time was 2:13 compared to WRP's, who's at a 2:12. He's doing 2:12s right now. And Killer Candy's last lap was 2:14, so Killer Candy being only 4 seconds ahead of WRP is a good chance that WRP is going to make an easy pass. And although they are teammates, Killicandy, I'm sure, would love to race in the final, so he's not going to make it too easy for him. This would be very interesting to watch. So we'll go back to Adam, who's ahead by 8 seconds, pulling an incredible lead on Tony. Last time I've seen Tony being led by more than one car is never, so Adam really is a good matchup for him. And they race together. Tony's car is actually this Calsonic in the Pure JTTS series that we run on Sundays, and we're actually doing Spa here ourselves tomorrow, so I get to do some racing instead of commentating. But Adam usually drives an NSX, which is going to be pretty dominant. It's amazing just how fast he got up to pace in the GTR, which isn't his regular racing car. Last season in WSGTC, he in fact raced GT300 in a Subaru, so this guy, he put him in any car and he's just on it. Time attack, catching up a little bit. He was, I think, 4 seconds behind Tony at one point. Now he's only about 3. This guy's racing hard, so any split gained is really a feat. So, although I was talking about WRP catching up to Killicandy, it seems like he hasn't made much ground on him yet. So, he's still, well, he's 4 seconds behind him now. I think he lost a little bit. Must have had slight off in this lap. Let's go to Alan, who thinks playing Jesse. Yep, let's go through Brussels. Down through Toulon, kicking up a little dust. Team only team well into the 11s. Interesting to see. I am interested to see what WSGTC is pulling in the fastest laps in the race from Room B. Now Dragon's out there by himself, pretty much 10 seconds ahead of his following teammate. WIP's been able to pull just a little bit farther out to Killicandy, who are just out of going into Brussels. Let's compare Tyler. Killicandy, whoa, he must have put a really long first stint because he's still on good tires, pretty much fresh. That says by WRP. Well, he's only done 5 laps, so Jag is a little bit over with his conservation, is buttoning it. Yeah, fuel's not an issue either. If this is 25 lapper, it would be different. You have plenty of gas. Time attack. Wants major wear. Trying his best to catch up to his friend Tony from Greece. Tony's got about the same amount. Let's see what Adam's got. Nah, a little better. Not trying to kill himself, being out in the lead like that. But telling it like it is. Dragon attacks Leroy. You got very close to that bump, Dragon. WRP's like, he's so close yet so far. WRP can almost smell him. He wants it so bad. He is close. Again, this is for placement in the grid for the final race, so it's either going to be Killer Candy or WR to the T. He's so gracious to put this whole thing together, so I hope you can see it through to the end. That'd be nice. So far, it looks like Alan's going to be eliminated unless all 4 of the Gamester drivers mysteriously get zapped. I don't think that'll happen. WRP put in a really respectable best lap though. 12.3, excuse me, is a very, very fast time. Regardless of what Pierre is hitting, if you can get into the 12s, you're a good driver. So here we go. It's a campus stave lot. Killer Candy is doing a good job of staying consistent. I mean, I haven't raced against the guy. I've talked to him a few times in the forums, QTP, but seeing him race now says me a lot. He's able to stick it. He knows, well, hopefully he knows that he's in risk of not being in the final race. He's playing it smart. Although he is not hitting the fastest time. He just hit a 40. Well, there you go. 14 by Killa and 14.5 by Killer Candy and 14.1 by WRP. So he's still 1.5 seconds back. So he's slowly creeping up on him. He has only 3 laps to do it. So this is going to be coming down to the wire. It's really hard. I wouldn't put my money on either of these guys. It's pretty hard as hell. Unless either one of them mess up, they could just end up finishing in this stacked order. They're all pretty spread out. It looks like Time Attack caught up a little bit to just looking at the map. The Time Attack is relative to Tony. So you go through Dave Block. Well, he has him in his sights. You can taste that draft butter. If you can get a better run on him through the chicane and the slow, well, the only slow part of Spa being the chicane and LaForce, and he might be able to just tuck into his draft and maybe get a run on him up. A little bit of an error going through chicane, so we're not going to see that in this lap. But I'll tell you what, Killer Candy and WRP are still dogfighting from afar. Not necessarily going back and forth, but they are definitely feeding off of each other's energy. It looks like Killer really knows how to take that pressure and turn it into speed, so I wouldn't want to be in WRP's shoes right now. This is getting pretty intense. I'm sure right now he's having the flashbacks of that first incident where he had an off, just playing over in his head, and just thinking, oh my gosh, whoa, here he goes. Killicandy had an error going through chicane, and he's by. That's just, wow, that was very easy for WRP to do. You know, like what I said when they began this last lap, 17 of 20. I said if either of them messed up with Killicandy, he did. I think maybe he was hearing me talking all this game about him because I said he was consistent, but he just lost it there. First time in the race that he has. He's done a good job of staying consistent, staying out of his teammates' ways, and that paid off with the third place in his team. So now he's right on his Comandante's tail, going into Lacombe. WRP, I've seen him race, I've seen his videos, those awesome replays that he puts up with the overlays, and he is not an easy driver to pass. So we'll see how much of a challenge Killicandy can put up to him. This is what the semi-final is all about, seeing who makes it through the finals. This is the playoffs, this is the national championships before the World Cup, so seeing these guys drive for their spots is pretty amazing. WRP pulled a little more of a gap on Killer, so it looks like Kill's really gonna have to put it to the limit if he wants to stay in this. I'd like to see them go down to the last lap though. That's always fun. Oh, and Adrian, let's check the live timing once again, see how much of a gap these guys have in pure between each other. I feel like 10 seconds and 3. So, seems like they've leveled off and put in their places. They're running identical times. Well, no, Tony just ran a 13.9. Adam ran a full second faster. Being in the 12s at lap 18, like after 8 laps, is still amazing. Like I can't. That would be like my best time. But for him to put a 12:19 with 8-lap-old tires is freaking ridiculous. So WRP is a good second gap on Killa, going down into Europe. I think he's just out of the draft pocket, so Killicandy unfortunately is going to have to watch comms to the rear. Cut up just a little bit and see how they go through this right-hander, fast strike sweeper, and into Brussels. Ooh. Killicandy lost it. Hit a tuft of beach sand. They're still there. Adam has passed the finish line up. First place, 1 lap remaining. Let's wrap it up, boys. It's incredible just that the teams finished. It's like there's 3 drivers out there. Oh, WRP! No! There he goes! He's done! On the last lap! No, but he recovered and he's right behind Killer. Oh my god, now this... Why? Did you get distracted by the freaking last lap message, man? He is right behind him though. That was an amazing recovery. WRP just went off going to stabilize, and he somehow able to, even though Killicandy was only second when he went off, WRP held it together, and he is now racing for the final grid spot of the finals for his team, so he can represent them against the So he gets down after passing Los Stories. They're going down to Ilrose, and I'm pretty sure that WRP is going to be able to cast him with the camel. Oh my god, no! He hit the barrier again, and he's off. And he's damaged. Oh no, what a bad time to decide to crash. Hello? I don't think that WFP is going to make it. It looks like he's done now. Even though he is somehow... This guy is just like... the comeback king. What? Okay, he caught back up. I thought he was out of it, but with... Oh, he has limited damage, so he's good. Oh my gosh, this is intense. Okay, so let's check out the leaders real quick. Adam just won. Oh, well, let's not check it out. Let's see, between Time Attack and Tony. Oh my god, they forgot to set the lines. They forgot to send the end timer. Uh-oh. That really sucks. Are they still racing? Or is this the AI? Or is this a glitch? It looks like they're still racing. So I might be... No, there's a time limit. It's C28. The music just came on for some reason. Okay, so ignore the music. This is annoying. Yeah, still racing. I'm mistaken. And here he comes, going through... Oh, they're side by side. Going through Blanchimont. They're coming up for Blanchimont. The WRP, I think he's ahead of... I can't tell because my screen is glitched out. It looks like, yes, the WRP is in front of Killer Candy. He saved it at the last second. If he can keep it going through the chicane, then he's got it and he's in the final. Killer Candy must be just... His mind is boggled. How can this guy behind me come up, crash 2 times, and still pass me? And he does a wipeout. Killer Candy did a 360 through the finish line, so his approval of the situation. So, looks like Team Pure and Team GameStar are going up to the finals with the very fast and capable drivers back at Allen's series, fortunately being eliminated from the finals in the semifinal race. So it's going to be Adam, Tony, Time Attack against Dragon, Hydro, and WRP, who is like, I won, right? That was it. The union of the final race after this? Wow. So I just put everything I had into that last run. And it's hard to these people now. Okay, now I'm going to stop the stream for a second. So, sort of this race is recorded, so I'll be right back.